If you follow me this way, I'm going to take you to what we have now termed our Culinary Arts department. We started, when the school first started, the children were coming some far distances from very poor families. They couldn't even bring any lunch with them. So we started providing a hot meal on a daily basis, and this is, for most of them, their main meal of the day. Well, come with me, I'll explain a little more. But this is our Culinary Arts team. Salam. Sorry, you're cutting, I don't want to disturb you. So what are you making, Sanober?
We are making spring roll.
You're making spring roll. Acha, what's the sign for spring roll?
Spring roll.
Roll and spring. Acha, very good, thank you. Oh, and I see you're even teaching the vocabulary for the different words they're using. Fantastic.
And all the ingredients names, we just put it in a pan.
I see all the ingredients are here. And so basically, with this program we've developed as Culinary Arts, Ms. Sonober is heading it, and we do this across all 6 of our campuses. Every day we provide the children a healthy hot meal, and we get our older students to not only make the meal but learn how to budget it, how to prepare it, all the hygiene and cleanliness facets, how to do the meal prep, and ultimately the service. And this prepares them for a future if they would choose to have a career in this field. Today they're making spring rolls, and as you can see, they're all observing the basics of good hygiene. This is such a great thing to teach, as it's such a need here in Pakistan. Here we have our kitchen department. Oh, and you're making the dough for the spring rolls. Wow, looking good. That's hard work. And our 2 kitchen heads here, they're both deaf, and they help to head up our kitchen team. So, and this takes about 1 hour to make, and then at about 11 o'clock we serve all the children, and they get a healthy meal for the day. We get milk. The children get a milk every day. We get rice donated, milk donated, chicken donated, flour donated. So this provides us the ability to give the children a healthy meal. Shukriya. I can't wait to taste it. Here we have our bulletin board where we post pictures of events and activities, as we're constantly doing different things here to inspire the children. And we give the teachers the latitude to be creative, come up with ideas, and implement that. We want them to have autonomy. We want them to have ownership. This is not a top-down type of a school situation, but our teachers are very empowered to take responsibility for their classrooms. And they're very organized. They have their schedules. They all discuss things together and plan out their days and weeks and months. So we have a very full curriculum, as you can see. We've only just started. That was the academics of the primary room. I'd like to take you over now to our secondary section, which is basically class 5 and up. Again, here we have the concept of a school without walls, a very open environment, and this goes from all of our classes. For example, here we have class 8 that is doing science, studying the digestive system. Salman is one of our teachers there. He's deaf himself, a former student who's now a teacher. This is something we've developed where we've hired graduating students to become teachers, and this gives them a career in deaf education. So it's not just a job opportunity, but it's actually a career path which they're very happy with. In fact, out of the 135 teachers in our Deaf Reach schools, 50% are deaf themselves. And we're very proud of that because it's a very deaf-empowered environment. If we come down this way, as you see this group here studying math. And over here is Urdu class with Miss Fazilat. Salam Fazilat. Miss Fazilat, I'm honored to say, was one of our very first teachers back in the day when we started this little project in Sadr, as I mentioned at the beginning, when we were just a one-room classroom with 20 children. She lives in Baldia town, and she was accompanying these 20 children every day from Baldia town. And she's been with us all this time, and she's our main Urdu teacher. And all the children are learning Urdu and do very well. And here is a geography class where they're learning how to read maps. Such an important thing these days, especially with the innovation of smartphones, because for every deaf student, having a smartphone is a lifesaver. They can text one another, they can read Google Maps, they can go online and research. And these children, the majority are very poor, but one of our goals is to be able to provide a smartphone for each one of our children. This is easy, hard, what? Hard? Easy? You're learning fast. Good. Nothing's too hard for these guys. I love it. They're so positive. Here we have what we call our introductory section. We get a lot of deaf kids that come to us when they're 10, 12, 14, 15. Like this young man, he's brand new. He doesn't even have a uniform yet. They've never been to school before. So we have to bring them up slowly, give them the basic vocabulary structure, and then ultimately place them in their age group or class group. It takes a bit of time, especially once you're deprived of the early learning years. But they do great, and their parents are super happy for the opportunity because their parents are often very distraught because they never knew what to do with their children. When they came to Deaf Reach, they found a solution, which made them very happy. Let's go down here. As you see here, even this introductory class, they're learning basic math skills. This is our class 10 on the right and 9 on the left. And our young people in class 9 and 10 all sit for the government metric exam. It's not a special exam, it's the same exam that the mainstream children do. And they all have done exceptionally well. They get A's and B's, all have passed. And we're very proud of them. Ashaf is a former student. He's now one of our head teachers, and he does exceptionally well in teaching the children. And I'm really proud now to introduce our older students, and this is our first college class that we started last year, and it's a 2-year college program, and we have 12 students in this program. Kyawa? Okay. They're learning first aid activities. Explain what's happening. Or like if you have a car accident, or they're helping how to bandage someone if they have a head injury. And this is our first college class. Some of these young people were the ones that started with us all those many years ago who in Sadr. He's one of them. And some of these girls, so we're really proud of them, and they're doing amazing. So I think we can move on.